Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the album Nightwing by Marduk. This is a black metal band, I think from Norway? I'm not entirely sure. Haven't really listened to any of their albums besides this one, but I think they're from Norway. I might be wrong about that. But, yeah, anyway. This album was released in 1988. I don't know how far into their discography this one is. I don't know if it's their, fifth album, sixth album, what. Probably should have looked that up before making this video, but anyway, it was released in 1998. Hold on, let me get this back in really quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, so oof, got a hair in my mouth. Anyway. So the album starts off with the first chapter. I don't know why, but they split the songs into two chapters on this album. Chapter 1, Diktornir Infernal. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's the first chapter. So the first song, I guess, on the first chapter is called Preludium. It's honestly very forgettable. Second song, again, very forgettable. It's called Blood Tide 10, 20, Blood Tide 30 in Roman numerals. The next song is called Of Hell's Fire. This one's actually pretty good. I do enjoy this one. Very sort of aggressively, I wouldn't say epic, but aggressively bombastic. Not like over the top bombastic. I mean bombastic as it just, is very pounding. But yeah, Of Hell's Fire, very good song. Track number 4, Slay the Nazarene, very forgettable. And then track number 5 on the first to end the first chapter is called Nightwing, also very forgettable. Now it goes on to the second chapter, which is the second half of the album. Chapter 2, The Loreward of Wallachia. Okay, so chapter 1 is not really a quote-unquote chapter, it's just just a regular track listing. But chapter 2 is sort of a mini concept album type thing. And the concept album, or the concept that they're going with on chapter 2 is the, I guess, life and death of Vlad the Impaler. But yeah, so the second half starts off with the song Dreams of Blood and Iron. Oh my god. This song, what a way to start off the second half. Like, the first half, for the most part, has just very boring and forgettable songs, except for, like, one song. And the beginning of the first half is kind of boring as well. But the beginning of the second half, the song Dreams of Blood and Iron is amazing. Like, the song is super epic, super, I guess bombastic, very heavy, and just, it really has a weight to it. This song is just so good. But yeah, Dreams of Blood and Iron, great song, great way to start off the second half and the start off the concept portion of the album. The next song is called Dracula. Another great song. Actually, this song kind of feels like sort of a continuation of the first song. Like, when Dreams of Blood and Iron goes into the song Dracula, it doesn't feel like the second song. It just feels like the first song just continued, which is very clever. I like how even though it's another song, it feels like a natural extension of the first song, kinda. The third song is called Kazukulu Bay, the Lord Impaler. Another really great one. The next song is called Demi Corden Thyron or something. This one's okay. And then the last song is called Enu Damani 1476. Very short, but also very forgettable. Anyway, so before I get into my final thoughts, I'm gonna show off the artwork really quick. So the artwork is, for the most part, pretty much a basic color palette of gray and white for the actual artwork itself. And then you got red and black for the logo and just red for the title of the album. Also, I really like this logo. Very creative. It says Marduk, but it's in the font looks like flames, and then there's an upside down cross with 666. Very cool, very creative logo. And then on the back, there's a skull and what looks like to be a map in the background. And then, of course, you get the name of the band and name of the album. And then Chapter 1, track listing, Chapter 2, track listing. So, my thoughts. Half of this album is very forgettable, and the other half is, pretty good for the most part. Chapter 1, like I said, is not really a chapter. It's just a collection of songs, just a regular track listing. And then Chapter 2 is the concept album portion of the album. Again, a concept album, story of the life and death of Vlad the Impaler. Pretty cool. Honestly, it would have made more sense. Instead of having 2 chapters and only 1 chapter being part of concept album, they should have made Chapter 2 the entire album and made more songs for that. That way it could be a full-fledged concept album and feel more, cohesive and coherent. As for the songs on the first chapter, like I said, very forgettable. Second chapter is a lot better. It starts off with probably the best song on the album, Dreams of Blood and Iron. It goes through to the second song. Again, it's kind of a continuation of the first one in a way. But the only thing in the second half that I don't like is the last song. It's not a bad song. It's just, again, like with the rest of the songs on part 1, just very forgettable. And also, this is the shortest song on the album, and it's super, super, super short to the point where it doesn't really leave a lasting impression like the rest of the songs. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know which number album in their discography this one is. Again, the only thing I know about it is that it was released in 1998. Oh, I almost forgot to list off the band members. I'm sorry about that. Morgan Steinmeier, Hackinson on guitar, Legion on vocals, B. War on bass, and Frederick Anderson on drums. Sorry, I forgot to name off the band members in the first half of the video. But yeah, again, great second half, kind of boring first half, and I wish the second half was the entire album. I wish, it was an entire concept album of the concept that's on the second half. It would have been a lot better. As for everything else about, the packaging, there's not really a lyric sheet, but there are lyrics that are just on the inside here. And then you got the band members right there. So, what do I rate this album? This one's kind of tricky because, like I said, the first half is boring, the second half, for the most part, is really good. I'm going to actually give it a 6 out of 10. The vocals are really... Oh yeah, the vocals. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, but I'm going to backtrack a bit just because I forgot to say a few things. First off, like I said, the vocals are really, really good. They're very clear and very audible. That's really good because on most black metal albums, from any wave of black metal, first, second, or third, or whatever. Most of the time, the vocals are present, but a lot of times they're so low in the mix to the point where the sound of the instruments overpower the vocals to the point where you could barely hear them. But this album doesn't have that problem. This album, you could clearly hear the vocals. The vocals are perfect. You know, you could hear them, also hearing the instrumentation perfectly as well. The mixing on this album is flawless. Hopefully the rest of Marduk's albums are like that. The instrumentation, again, very good. But yeah, it's a 6 out of 10 just because the first half is just so forgettable. But again, the rest for the most part is very good. But yeah, it's a 6 out of 10. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.